Alright, so I laid out all the parts here. So how we're going to refinish the grill is, I bought this kit on Amazon. I'll have a link for the kit down below. It's only like $23. But it must be a problem with this type of grill because there's all kinds of different parts for replacement. And these are the parts I took out of the grill. And I'll show you the failure of why it just caused the grill not to work. Is these bars that lay across here completely rotted out, and it couldn't divert the fuel, the propane, across to light up the grill flame. So that was the problem. So once all these rotted out, it was no longer, here's one post that was left. That's what it looked like originally, but then you can see right here where the posts have all rotten out. It's supposed to look like that. So this is really what I needed. Everything else looks pretty good. Now these look ugly, but I mean they're still pretty solid. These can be cleaned up, so we'll reuse that. Actually, I'm surprised that the grease drip pan hasn't rusted all the way through. It's kind of flaking. The paint's coming off a little bit there, but it's still good. And this is for the grilling part for like vegetables on the far right side. That's still good. We just need to clean that up. The pieces that hold these brackets in are fine. I checked the igniters. My igniters were fine, but the kit came with 2 new ones, so we'll just hold on to that until we need it. And then a few other parts of little screws and stuff like that, which we can reuse on the new grill. But that's basically the game plan. Is you see how these new ones have the new screw with the cotter pin in it. And this just lays right across. And this is kind of a universal kit. It's kind of adjustable, I guess, for different sizes. It can slide in and out depending on how far you need it. So I guess that's the variable on the different grills. So these go on basically the reverse way that they came off. I just reused all these other pieces for the connectors of the flame distributors. They were perfectly fine. I mean, these are nice pieces of metal. I think they're stainless. So I'll just keep the new ones that came with it and just reuse it, the old ones. There's nothing wrong with them. Just cleaned up with a little bit of soap. And that was what was in the spray bottle before. The first one, it was just a little bit of Dawn, the liquid soap. Works real well with grease. And then just used a toothbrush and cleaned it up. All right, so what this does is it's the igniter. So when you're turning it on with the gas, and then so you don't have to have a match. The way it works is you push the button here, and then it sends a spark that jumps across, kind of like a spark plug. Let's see if we can get it going. You can see the spark coming across, and that's what ignites the gas. So looking at the old one compared to the new one, probably a good idea to change it because this thing is all rusted out. Even though it was working, the whole box is rusted out, whereas this is completely enclosed. So let's go ahead and we'll fish this wire through the original hole here. And then we'll have to go back under and we'll do the wiring part of it. Let's go back under there. Alright, so we had the wire fished through here. I guess we'll run it the same way as the other one's running. And we just have to plug it in. Just like that. Oh, let's see here. It's a two-hand job there. Let's swing it up. Here we'll get a little bit of direct angle. There you go. Okay, so we got the wire connected back into there. We've got our button here. Let's push it. As I'm pushing here, and you see our spark there. So we got it. Alright, so that's taken care of. So just like in reverse order, we've got to stick this part back into where the gas is distributed, and it hooks on to the D shape right here, and we'll get the clip put through the back. But before we do that, we've got to make sure that our spark is hooked up onto here. I think it was hooked, right? Just like that. Oh. There's some indentions on both sides. He just snaps on just like that. So we'll feed that through. Let me get the connector here it goes on from the back side. So I'm just going to reach my hand on the back side here, and we're going to stick it right into there. And it's a D shape, so it only goes one direction. And then the clip, I don't know if you can see, the clip just pops in just like that. So that's basically the steps we're going to have to go through. We'll do that for each of the other ones, and then I'll show you how they connect to each other. Alright, so then you just do your connectors like you did before. You just give it a little bit of reach around. And you put your clip in. So once those pieces are in, then we just pull these pins off. And then this helps distribute the fuel across here to get the other one going. Even though the fuel's coming in through this way, I guess the flame, I guess more of the spark, the fire cuts across through there so that it can ignite the other ones as it goes through. Pretty ingenious little system they got. So we'll clip that onto there. We'll get this one here, so make sure these overlap. Like that. So this one doesn't have a bridge because this has its own igniter, and this just is used to cook the vegetables. It's a little bit different than your regular grill. So let's get the other parts on, and we're almost done. So these are just for the flame, to distribute the flame a little better there. That just hangs on there. And we're going to go ahead and use these new ones. So we'll just put that there. And it keeps the grease from falling directly on the flame. That's also a benefit. Probably could have used the old ones, but we'll just keep those as emergency if we need them for another time. So the grills are just fine. They can be reused. They probably could be cleaned up, but we're not going to worry about that today. Let's get this together again. So that basically is how you get your grill back up and running. I mean, this is a lower end grill, but it's still a decent one. And there's no reason to throw it out just because a couple parts rusted and could be easily replaced for $25. We got a brand new grill. So let's get it set back up and let's get the grilling. So I don't know if you noticed this in the earlier video that I installed something upside down. So I wanted to make the correction so that you know in the future. So when I was installing the pieces here, did not realize that I installed them upside down. That is hot. So we're gonna let this cool down, but these pieces right here should be flipped over because the gas is on the bottom part and it's going across that way. So these are incorrect. So here's the final product. I'm going to leave the grates off for now, but these should be flipped so they're facing down to the bottom here. Let's go ahead and get this started. So there you go. So it's kind of bright, you can't see the blue flames, but now the gas can transfer over a little bit better because the flames are at the bottom there. There you go. And if you'd like to see more videos like the one that you just saw, you can check here and here. And remember the ABCs of making. Always be creating. Till next time.